just a Brisbane kind of love. Brisbane kind of love. It's just a Brisbane kind of love.
Hey, Nigel, Ross, welcome to the Switchboard Project.
Thank you.
Hey, Bernard.
Can you tell me a bit about yourselves?
Over to you first. You're the leader of the group.
Well, we started about 2005. I've been playing on and off with some mates since high school in a number of different bands, and we needed a keyboard player, and through a mutual friend found Ross, and we started playing silly pop songs.
G-Bung.
Yeah, and then eventually later on we got the idea of gee, I'm looking at this song list, like half of these songs are silly songs about Brisbane, and so we progressed to
Brisbaneality.
And into cabaret. So which is not...
We didn't mean to go to
No,
cabaret.
well, I mean, it's not the career move that I would have imagined myself being in, having played in, semi-punk bands as a youth. But there we are. We threw the switch to vaudeville.
So I was looking at your website earlier, and I noticed that you have a thing for brown, and you're wearing brown today. So why brown, and why Brisbane?
Brisbane and brown share the first two letters. Brisbane, brown. And brown is the most unfashionable colour, really. And the last time it was fashionable in Brisbane was probably the 1970s in Brisbane, when it was really a cultural wasteland, and we want to bring back those days, don't we?
Yeah, bring back the brown era.
Yeah.
So do you have a particular favourite brown?
I like taupe.
Taupe.
I like dark brown.
This is kind of
Yeah.
mission brown almost.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, did I touch the mic then? Sorry about that.
Can you tell us a bit about your show?
Well, as I said before, we realised we had a number of songs about Brisbane, and I'd worked with Alison St Ledger from the Brisbane Cabaret Festival. I'd worked with her previously, and I spoke to Alison. I said, look, I've got these bunch of songs. I didn't know much about how cabaret worked, and she helped me through the process of understanding how cabaret works. And I had a go at a script, which was terrible. And then after about 20 revisions over a period of a year or two.
That bad.
So we had a number of songs, the comedic songs about various aspects of Brisbane. And so we wrote a few more and formed a cabaret show, which we first performed in the Brisbane Queensland Cabaret Festival 2017. 2018 we did it Anywhere Theatre Festival. Last year we did it again for Queensland Cabaret Festival at the Old Museum. And looking forward to doing it again. With the Brisbane stuff, with satire, one of the things about satire is that you can have satire that's just completely condemning, and then you can have more gentle satire, which is where you actually have to have an affection for the thing that you're making fun of. So you've got the two layers of, well, we do really like Brisbane.
We even maybe, do we love it?
No, I like you, Brisbane. I really like you, Brisbane.
I like you, Brisbane.
Like you, Brisbane. And and so we
Like you, Brisbane.
So I mean, and there's some funny things. Look, there's funny things about everywhere. There's funny things about Brisbane, and so that's sort of what we sort of play on, looking for those funny things.
And we're actually thinking of just for when we're just doing the show, we're just going to be cool. I think we're just going to be Brisbaneality.
And this is going to be just like an
we'll
ongoing
do this forever
project
now.
of
keep writing more stupid songs about Brisbane.
We have got some
Forex song.
We've got a song about. Do you want to talk about the?
Well, there's a song about sort of wandering along Brisbane River, arguing about where John Oxley landed, and deciding we were a bit jack of that, so we went for a walk to Milton to the Forex and got accosted by a leprechaun, the Forex Man.
The actual Forex Man
He turned up.
in the there's like a venue at the back of the Forex factory where you can go and have a drink and a meal. Anyway, that's to cut a long story short. It's about that. About that. Well, and seeing the rainbow over the Forex factory leading to the
pot of gold.
Pot of gold. Anyway,
yeah, we've gave away the song really.
Yeah, anyway,
we've
got another one. Shaggy dog story. We've got another one about another new one about. Well, it's taken from an expression that Paul Keating was famous for, referring to. Well, at one point, I think he was supposed to have said something like, "I'd take the Paris option," and if once he was no longer Prime Minister, and referred. Apparently, I don't want to guess if he'd. I don't want to defame him, but he used the expression "the arse." Well, it's not his expression. Other people have used it. The arse end of the world. So the arse end of the world. We've got a song about being at the arse end of the world, and the injustice of like, hang on. The Northern Hemisphere. Why are we at the arse end of the world? And it's all bound up with the history of imperialism and
That's right. Very intellectual.
The North, yeah, we're very. Yeah.
We are.
The North.
We are very intellectual.
The North, arse end of the world. That's up there, and the North drawing the maps, and the South being the bum.
The saps.
Yeah.
I'm very curious about your backgrounds, if you don't mind. I mean, you're both clearly experienced songwriters. I mean, how did you get into this in the first place? You said you were in punk bands.
Well, sort of never hardcore, but I suppose power pop stuff.
The Lemmings.
So we're all from Kenmore High, and we weren't the sort of we were sort of like the we were nice middle class boys who liked writing songs and wrote pop songs, but not too hardcore, and we actually played with supported the Ramones at Festival Hall before it was knocked down. Played at Cloudland before it was knocked down. Many places before it was knocked down. Ross, and you were playing in bands you toured the States with a band in the 90s?
In 98.
And you were in a...
Hieronymus Bosch.
That sounds pretty hardcore.
It ended up being hardcore. It started as a sort of a funk band, a university funk band with a stupid name, really. And ended up being a prog rock, almost rock opera band.
Well, with a name like that, you had to.
Yeah, I think we had to live up to the name. Yeah. Was that or Hero Mouse? We thought of changing it to Hero Mouse and not having to be so prog.
So we met through a mutual friend.
Yeah.
And immediately sort of hit it off. Both very serious.
Very serious.
Very serious.
Very silly. I like
about
silliness.
Being silly.
Yeah, silliness is.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. I can't wait to see Brisbaneality on the 24th here at...
Come along, folks.
Superordinary.
It's just a Brisbane kind of